Hello and welcome to episode 3 of our FM20 Network Career from the National League. It's myself, V. Craig Savage, as it has been for the last 2 episodes. So thank you for joining me again, Craig.
Yeah, pleasure to be here.
Thank you very much. I'm glad you're happy to be here, and I'm sure you are, because as you can see, Craig Savage is top of the league, which we'll get onto in a moment. But as you can see, we're back today for a bit of an impromptu third episode. We expected it to be a bit longer before we're back, but what are the odds? We've drawn each other in the first round of the FA Cup. So for the second episode in a row, I am heading to Chesterfield to probably lose on the road. But firstly, before we go and talk to Craig and get into this game that you all want to see, a massive thank you to everyone that's watched the first 2 episodes. If you have missed them, there's a link to the series playlist in the eye above, so pop back and catch those ones, and then come back over to this one when you're done. And there's also a link to all of my other FM20 series, as well as a couple of bits from the Honest Football podcast, where myself and Craig are co-hosts. But today, we have got plenty to look forward to. So if you are looking forward to seeing Chesterfield v Barnet again, please do put a thumbs up on the video, and make sure you subscribe and turn that notification bell on for weekly episodes from this series every lunchtime on Sunday at 12 o'clock. But Craig, we have drawn each other in the FA Cup. So firstly, before we go and get into the game, how did you feel when you saw them names come out the hat?
I was very shocked. I didn't want it to happen.
No,
but it is what it is. It's other content for everyone else here. So, no, it's going to be another tough game. As in the previous episode, it was a tough game, a good game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Decided by one really fantastic strike. But, no, I'm looking forward to it. A lot has happened since then.
Yes.
So just talk about my team very quickly. We actually lost the next game to Stockport. So it was our first league defeat of the season.
Yeah.
After that, got back into winning ways against Eastleigh, drawn 0-0 with Sutton.
Yeah.
But yeah, stayed unbeaten since. So that's why we're top of the table. But we've had a bit of an injury crisis in the last few days, just before we got to today's game. Our striker, Idris Khalid, is out with a sports hernia injury. And then 3 other players are injured.
Yes.
Well, Dave Buchanan was my left back. Alfie Bates, young 18-year-old on loan, he got injured. They're both in the squad for today's game, but not well. They're both in the squad because I've got no other players. As Ian Dolo, he's also injured. Big guy with that. But Idris Khalid, our striker, he's out for 5 to 6 weeks with a hernia injury. So that's not good.
So your 3 players who have got knocks, Leandolo, Bates and Buchanan, you're saying you're going to risk some of them today just for an FA Cup tie. So you're not just focusing on the league, or are you that confident of going up now?
No, I trust these players compared to the players I've already got. But my Chesterfield are under transfer embargo due to takeover talks, which have taken forever.
It's just been every week, hasn't it?
So I'm not sure when's that going to happen, if it is on or not. Or off, I don't know, but you'll find out in the next episode coming in the January transfer window.
You hope.
If it does happen. So yeah, so the squad's a bit stretched, but we can name 7 substitutes, which is a bit pleasing. So
yes, so I think for the FA Cup, to be fair, you've still got a good squad. You look in good shape. You've got, obviously, since the last episode, Joseph Yarney back, and Liam Mandeville had a knock, but he's back for you as well.
Yeah.
So I think you look all right, to be honest. I've got a couple of other little problems. So one of them, I'll go to my schedule quickly just to match up with Craig. Chesterfield put us out of form last time, as you know, and then I lost back-to-back 1-0 defeats after that. Haven't lost since, but a couple of frustrating draws. And despite having the best chance ratio in the league, we are struggling to put them away. We've actually hit the woodwork more than anyone else, which Craig will tell you I keep complaining about. But either way, we are looking okay. And as always, Craig, of course, I've got more signings to introduce, as I do in every series. So only one this time, Gail Bigaramana. Many Newcastle fans will remember him from their Europa League campaign of 2011-12 or 2012-13. Box-to-box midfielder, alongside Matty Daly, the continuous disappointment on loan from Huddersfield. And these two between them, once they eventually click, should form a very good partnership at this level. Gail Bigaramana also features over on our podcast network Save. I can't quite tell you why for now, but there is a link to that playlist in the eye above, so you can go and catch that one up. Me and Craig both involved in that one as well, alongside co-host Charlie Betts. But let's be honest, Craig, there's only one reason we're back, and there's only one reason people are here, because for the second time of 3 or potentially more if the FA Trophy goes well this year, we are playing against each other.
I forgot about the FA Trophy. I generally forgot about that.
Yeah, it could be a 4th one yet.
Oh no.
The viewers will be delighted if we get to go off 4 times. So we're going to go and get into today's game. I just want to go and have a look to see what the odds are like for this one. Obviously, an action-packed first-round FA Cup tie. Chesterfield, very slight favourites to win it, though both teams in good form. And as Craig mentioned, got a few players doubtful, whereas we remarkably have everyone back to fitness after a couple of long-term injuries. So we're going to go and head into the game, and we'll be back in a moment to go through the lineups. Okay, we have arrived at the Proact Stadium for Chesterfield v Barnet in the first round of the FA Cup. And immediately I can see Craig's done the same thing as me. Craig, you have gone as full strength as possible.
Well, yeah, we have to. It's an FA Cup. It's good money for clubs of our size. Any prize money is absolutely vital.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I've gone pretty much full strength myself. Just one player that hasn't really had a chance this season, which is Mehdi Alito on the left wing. Come back from a long injury, but my left wingers aren't great. So he's going to get a chance for now. Coulthurst and McCallum, the long throw specialist, still up front, and hopefully Bigger Romana will finally make his big impact at the club. Anyone you want to pick out? I can see two of your injured players are on the bench today, just in case.
Just in case, yeah. Will Evans, the vice captain's back in, and Maguire's going to have to go left back for now. Nathan Tyson starts on the left-hand side for Ian Dido. Scott Bowden scored a vital last-minute winner in the previous game. Hopefully he can contribute for another goal.
Fair enough. I mean, it's pretty well packed, actually. I think it's about half full, which isn't bad for the FA Cup tie. So let's go and get into the first half. We'll go and talk to our lads respectively. Let's see what they've got to say for themselves. Are you ready?
I am ready. It's Chesterfield versus Barnet, and it's live.
Let's go for the first half. I've told the lads to pick up where they left off because we won quite convincingly last time out and actually scored 3 goals, which is very unlike us. I've just gone for a balanced mentality. I'm not going too attacking against you because I know last time that sort of got me in a bit of trouble. First highlight of the game, and it's the long throw for McCallum, Craig, and you've got it away pretty well there.
Well, it's Tyson now. What can he do with it?
Oh, risky.
Yanni. Tootle. Got a bit of space now. It's past the halfway line, Tootle. Can he go down
the left back
the field? There's no one putting pressure on Tootle. Still going. Tootle's still going. Strike! Oh, and it's over the bar. And Tootle had the freedom of the Proact Stadium there to have a shot there. It's pretty poor.
Hang on a minute though, Craig, because Larnell Cole's got a corner and he loves an assist this season. Into the back post. Coulthurst off the woodwork. Awful defending. You said Evans was back in, your skipper, and he has made an awful attempt at a clearance there. Coulthurst getting a second bite of the cherry, and he's our top scorer. He doesn't turn those down. It is Chesterfield 0, Barnet 1, and we're on course for a big tie. And we've got another attack. Larnell Cole in, Santos in. It's all going wrong for Chesterfield. Will this be the moment the season changes? 7 points apart in the league, but only one team looking good in the FA Cup. Thoughts on the first 13 minutes, Craig?
Not the start you want.
Look at those stats.
Not the start you wanted at all. Oh, this is poor. This is very, very poor. Not happy with this at the moment.
We will await eagerly for Craig's quick tactical changes. They haven't been coming yet, but I've got to imagine he'll get the hairdryer out at half time.
3-4 injured players have not helped me at all. And Cole's got a free kick here. He's taking it in. Clear the way. Now can we have a counter-attack now? Mandeville, bring the ball forward. Past the halfway line. Still Mandeville. Still going here.
Close him down.
No one wants to close him down for some reason. Mandeville crosses it in. Rowley. Can he have a strike? Rowley. Oh, it's poor. It's really poor. And that sums up half an hour for Chesterfield.
No shot on target still for you. We're nearly at the halfway point of this game. And to be fair, we haven't had one for the last 15 either. But we don't need to. We're 2-0 up. And this so far has been the perfect away performance, unlike last time we played.
Yeah, it's all going Barnet's way at the moment in this FA Cup tie, and I'm glad it's actually come up to half time because that was really, really poor.
But though, as much as I love the FA Cup, I would probably rather be in your position in the league and lose this tie. So I can't be too disappointed if I were you. But it is half time. It is 2-0 to Barnet for those 2 quick fire goals, both coming from set pieces, which is rather ironic considering other episodes we've played in other series. But I've told the lads to keep it up. They all look delighted. What about yourself, Craig?
As you said earlier in the half, is a hairdryer treatment is exactly what I've done.
Well, I can't wait to see the effects of it. Let's go and get back into the second half. Oh, it's Barnet on the front foot again. It's the long throw, Craig. First.
Oh, over the bar. And how many times? This has been a really, really poor performance.
It's all been set pieces as well that we've created havoc from. And those long throws, even in the first game, they did cause you a little bit of trouble. But this one's been very different. Considering you got an extra centre half on, that's a bit of a worry as well.
Doesn't mean he's a good left back.
That is true, and we are awaiting Craig's tactical changes. He is blinking first, and I'm not surprised. And I'm going to bet you now that David Buchanan comes on, and that centre half goes into centre half or off. And that's exactly what's
right.
happened.
Exactly right.
And you've got a new striker on as well, Scott Bowden, the hero in the 91st last time, but not today.
Well, this is my worry. They're not. I'm not saying they're not good enough. They're not performing what I expected from them, and yeah, I'm not surprised where the results going.
To be honest, Craig, I know you're coming forward now, but 65 minutes without a shot on target, it's got to be a concern. And Larnell Cole's nicked it, so we're on the counter again. Long to call first. It's a 2-on-2. Oh, good challenge. Good challenge. Tootle picks it up for you. He's coming down the right. Lots of pressure on him, but he gets it out. Jay Reason's had a poor game, but he finds Weir. Reason, Fondop, Rowley. Lovely football. Close him down.
Oh, no.
That is what we call harmlessly wide and the sound of the spare from Craig Savage behind the microphone. And he's making changes again. Well, a quarter of the game to go, and Craig Savage has turned to the man that he didn't rate in the last episode. The big man, Tom Dent.
I still don't.
That's a worry if you're bringing him on. I've got to say as well, actually, I was complaining about Matty Daly pre-match. This is the first time he's probably actually commanded the midfield. Jay Reason's barely had a kick. And with 15 to go, I'm just going to freshen things up a bit now. So Mehdi Alito, back from long-term injury. He's going to be replaced by Filete, who has been covering there for the most part this season. Same duty, we're not going to change too much. Peter Chioso as well, coming back from a long-term injury. Ryan Taylor on for him. Slightly more defensive duty, just so we don't get overrun at the back. No more of them 2-on-2s late on. And we'll just go back for the last 15 and hopefully see this out. But you're starting to get a lot of shots on target, though we're not seeing them.
Wow, this is really, really poor. Really poor. I'm not surprised that we're going out the FA Cup right now.
I'm really pleased.
This has been a really good performance by Barnet, a really professional performance. They've done a job over us, and I've got no qualms over how they play today.
It's very professional of you. I'm going to just see out the minutes with another little time wasting change. Bring on a ball winner just to try and make sure you don't get any time in the middle. And because I just want to get back at you, I'm going to go for all those time wasting tactics. Though you were just about to start a highlight. And everyone on my channel knows that I'm superstitious, so I'm not going to do that. Let's just wait for this to go peter out. Mandeville. This is a good chance. Jay Reason, he scored from here before on this channel. Tyson, Denton, the man that Craig doesn't rate. Back to Reason again. Lovely football, but not going anywhere just yet. I say as Reason does it again. Just wide of the post, and he gave me a scare. Let's go and get the time wasting on and just make sure this stays 2-0. So everyone on the channel knows the drill. We slow the pace down. We time waste. We're more disciplined. Craig hasn't got a hope. As we see out 3 minutes of stoppage time, blow the whistle, ref. No need to go beyond it. There we go. Chesterfield 0, Barnet 2. Revenge is sweet. An FA Cup run is sweet. And more money for me to wheel and deal in January. That is exactly what we wanted today. Thoughts on the result, Craig Savage?
No. It was a poor performance. We didn't turn up. No, but Barnet fully deserved the win. And we just have to concentrate on the league.
And to be fair, you've got that excuse because you're top of the league and you're flying and you've only really got Aldershot chasing you at the moment. So I can completely understand that thought process and it gave you an excuse, did you lose? But we are going to focus on a cup run now. We look pretty secure in the playoffs. We're probably not going to catch Craig in the league, but who knows if we get a couple of January signings in. So what we're going to do is we're going to very quickly skip ahead to Monday. We're going to have a look at the FA Cup draw to see who Barnet get, and then we will sign off with our plan for the next episode. Right, it's Monday night. We're back to find out who Barnet get in the second round of the FA Cup. We're looking for one of two things, either a side that are right down in the semi-professional leagues or a big League One side and a big payday. So a Sunderland away, Bolton away, something like that. Let's go and have a look. We'll go through one by one. Aldershot, they've got a chance for a giant killing. Not going to focus on the other ties too much. Lots of non-league teams out already, which is a bit of a concern for us. None of the real big boys out yet, though. We're nearly halfway through the draw now. Bolton are out. Portsmouth are out. We've not got either of those. MK Dons and Sunderland, we're not getting them either. Ipswich, what a tie this would be. Not for us. Tranmere, bit of a renaissance from the other save that. Come on, give us a tie. Barnet are at home.
Oh.
Here we go. Who's left? Let me go and have a look who's left.
Wickham,
that would be ironic. There's not really any massive sides, but there are quite a few League One sides left. Bradford, I guess that's quite a big tie. Blackpool, Premier League not too long ago. Let's click the button. It's Plymouth.
Oh.
That's an interesting tie. I'll tell you what, if they play their reserves, I'd fancy my chances in that one. So it's
Inter-
Barnet v Plymouth for a place in the third round of the FA Cup and a potential tie against some of the big boys. But for today, Craig Savage has finally tasted some disappointment in this series after a pretty clean sweep run all season so far.
Only the second defeat of the season for us. It's minor. Hopefully, it'll be a minor blip. Got Aldershot in the next game, who are second in the table, so that's going to be a really tough battle. So we need our players to be back. Off the field stuff needs to be sorted soon, and hopefully we can carry on into November and December, top of the table.
Absolutely. I mean, to be fair, the 3 players that were out with Knox you'll probably have back for next week, which is fine. And as you say, Aldershot is the big game for you. If you lose that one, the wheels could come off. But I think you'll be all right somehow. So Craig is playing his top of the table clash next, but we will be back in a couple of months' time. So we will pop back probably around the New Year point just to see how we're getting on mid-season, get news of Craig's takeover, get news of what's going on at Barnet. Can we get back in a title race? And then, of course, we've got to go all the way to the end of March, start of April, where we will be playing our return fixture in the league. Although, as we mentioned earlier, there could, of course, be an FA Trophy tie in the middle as well. So if you want to find out all of that, please do put a thumbs up on the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel below and turn the notification bell on to get regular updates on new episodes. This one will be back next Sunday at the same time, 12 o'clock. We've got our new stadium review series later today at 4:30 and Football Manager content every day at the same time. But a massive thanks for watching this one as always. A big thanks to Craig for joining me. And hopefully, we'll see you next time.